Ballroom. Who was I before ballroom? The flop to the ground, the drum, the pound of the bass, the beating of my flesh, and the demands of that sweet, sweaty sound. Where was I before ballroom? At the edge of my youth, the end of my rage, tightly coiled and waiting to unfurl. Girl, you know, wanting so bad for the sh on the E, the sis and the boom, the vapors and the swoon, the promise of the soon. What was I before ballroom? A perfect story inside my head, one where I don't end up dead. The dread of daddy knowing the street and the cred. These next few poems are from a series of poems called the Sarah Diaries. Forensics. She left pieces of herself here, like leaves along the river, a playground of discarded Barbies, along the legless creek, its waters running sepia in the June dusk. She was washing up along the shore, along the ever curl and pull of waves, legless amongst driftwood and stone, her left eye somewhere in a crow's nest. Found pieces of herself that day, after the constant shifting through mud, the moist afternoon hanging on to the skin of bark. And there was no refuge in the shade. There was dirt everywhere, the cloying stench of old pig shit. She is a butterfly ghost here, watching the others now, sifting through her soft bones, down on their hands and knees, wondering, what happened to the other women? How much time did they keep fighting for air right here? She makes a poor evening apparition, vulnerable in twilight. She would flee this corner, ride a gorge deep into the earth, and render herself molten, become a sun-eyed jaguar sequestered in that old temple. Choose a secret name. All this to elude his burning magnitude, his glacial rage, blue and polar. But she is defenseless, unarmed, a naked lamp, a rough pearl. Her brilliance absolute and deceptive. She would become a lady of chill and dawn, a pale morning sky. Today then, she saw no distinction between blood and sex, their legs splayed lifeless, the bones speaking tattoos etched with nails and tongues, no distinction in this long parade of skin, their idle jockstraps like coiled boredom waiting to spring. She knew every man on this side of the city was made of charcoal and sinew, their donkey masks irreverent to experiments in forced submission. Tomorrow, they will build hollow pipes, the sparks licking the old industry, these men at arms. In that alley, for 3 days, the pure hot stench and looming sun, she is just inside, just out of reach, beyond something like grace.